What's up, guys, and Happy New Year. I'm a grown man in a Marvel t-shirt. Wow. New year, new me, new you? New Ant-Man? Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. It's coming out next month, and I am so freaking excited. The trailer was so freaking awesome. I mean, look at this. Look at that. It's Ant-Man time, baby. No, I think this movie has a shot at being the biggest Marvel movie ever. Maybe even the biggest movie ever. And I think the whole fate of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is gonna rest on this movie's shoulders. On little Ant-Man's shoulders. No, I watched the latest trailer 480,000 times, and I scrubbed through for any little juicy Easter eggs or details, and I have so many questions and so many things that I just want to point out. So I thought I would break it on down for you right here. So go ahead and grab your Pym particles, grab your other Ant-Man stuff, and come along on this quantum adventure with me. The trailer starts off with a shot of San Francisco, a beautiful city in California, where you might find some poop on the ground, but you'll also find, some beautiful Victorian homes and the Golden Gate Bridge, so I guess it's a wash. But if you look really closely in the shot, just blink and you'll miss it, you might catch the Salesforce Tower, which was built in 2018 and has been an abomination to the San Francisco skyline ever since. Like, you can't go anywhere without seeing this thing. And then we see some shots of Ant-Man, like, of course he's in this movie, his name is in the title, we see his daughter, she's here too. But then we see a shot of our new big bad guy, Kang. And if you watched any of the Disney Plus shows besides WandaVision, you might remember him from the end of Loki, where Loki and the other Loki walk into a room and he gives a whole monologue of who he is. And then the show ends, and you went, what? Okay. But if you know anything about the comics, you'd know Kang is a big, multiversal bad guy. And if my predictions are correct, he's gonna fight Ant-Man in this movie. And maybe the Wasp, she's here too. And maybe Ant-Man's daughter. Which leads me to my next thing. Here we see a shot of Ant-Man's daughter in an Ant-Man suit. And they've been setting up newer Avengers, younger people to fill in these spots so that the Marvel Cinematic Universe keeps going until you're dead. We got the next Iron Man, we got the next Hawkeye, we got the next Black Widow, and I know people think she's gonna be the next Ant-Man, but I think that theory is actually debunked. In this next shot, with the help of multiverse madness, we see two Ant-Mans. What? Two Ant-Mans? So my theory is that in this next phase of the Marvel Universe, we're gonna see two Ant-Mans fighting alongside one another. Double the Ant-Mans, double the fun. I've been saying this for years.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us.
And I think his daughter is probably gonna either die or, work at a Starbucks or something. Now, I have so many questions about this new movie. Like, what's this place? Is this the center point of the entire quantum realm? Kang persuades Ant-Man with the concept of time.
I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
Is time gonna be involved with this movie? And what's Kang been up to? Conquering galaxies? Conquering universes? Helping his friend buy back his childhood home in a gentrified San Francisco? Who did Bill Murray verbally assault on this set? But above all, what I want to know is who's gonna cameo in this movie? Now, I do have some theories, and they are just theories, and if they don't come to fruition, I think they will gravely diminish the quality of this film. But I think they've planted some seeds along the way that'll make my theories seem pretty valid. First things first, let's start with the title, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Now obviously I think Ant-Man's gonna show up and I think the Wasp is gonna show up. But also we get this word, quantum, and Kang persuades Ant-Man with the concept of time. Quantum, time travel? I believe we're hinting at Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap making a cameo in this film. Maybe even the guy from the new reboot, but I actually haven't seen that one. Now this film stars Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and if you know anything about Paul Rudd, you'll know that he has a recurring gag anytime he shows up on the Conan O'Brien show. He shows a clip of a kid in a wheelchair falling off a cliff. Now this is a clip from Mac and Me, a late 80s ripoff of E.T. financed by McDonald's.
It's a movie called Mac and Me.
And instead of starring a deformed raisin, it stars a deformed garbanzo bean. But I think Paul Rudd is a smart guy, and I think ever since 2004, he was subtly hinting to the fact that Mac from Mac and Me will show up in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which I'm really excited for. I've been asking for this character for decades. And then, like I previously pointed out, we see a shot of San Francisco in the trailer, and there was a scene at Fisherman's Wharf in the last movie, which does make me wonder, are they hinting at an appearance from the Bushman?
I'm the Bushman of San Francisco, your worst nightmare, a black man behind the bush.
Now anybody who's a fan of local San Francisco icons knows the Bushman is a guy who hides behind some hedge trimmings and scares children and tourists.
That was scary. I almost peed myself.
Now the Bushman did pass away in 2014, but they can always CGI him or recast him.
I don't want you videotaping, sir. Don't do it.
And if the Bushman is showing up, I really hope that means we get an appearance from a character who was also at Fisherman's Wharf once. This blurry guy who runs past the camera in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't know who he is, but I really hope he shows up in this movie. Speaking of actors, Bill Murray is in this movie. And if you know anything about Bill Murray, he was in a movie where he co-starred with a fat, green, disgusting, vile, worthless piece of garbage. Now I think with the power of the multiverse and all the hints of the X-Men joining the MCU, I think we're gonna get a cameo from Dupe. Now Dupe is an X-Men character who looks like Slimer if he was clinically depressed and solely ate edibles. And speaking of worthless, in Captain America Civil War, Ant-Man befriends Captain America. And although Captain America may not show up in this movie because now he's old and looks like Joe Biden, I really hope we get an appearance from another Captain America character, the Gamecock. He's a man who dresses like a chicken and has no superpowers and no special abilities. I think with a lineup like this, how could you not get excited about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumpalooza? Who do you want to see in the new Ant-Man movie? Tell me in the comments below. And as always, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm Randy, and I'll see you at the theater when you're going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'll be sitting right behind you, and I won't ever leave. I'll be with you for the entire quantum adventure. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Bwah, 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 bwah. So goodbye, Ant-Man, off in the quantum realm. Quantum leap, we got Scott Bakula. He is here too. Also, Mac from Mac and Me, and a guy who's really blurry. But the Bushman's coming to save us all in Quantumania. Yeah.